Welcome to the Emerald Center and the Uruz Awakening Project. This audio space exists to raise the frequency and vibration of the human consciousness by being the bridge between worlds and by translating wisdom and experience into understanding for others. Here we explore ancient wisdoms, psychology, human behaviour, astrology, and lived experiences so that complex information can become understanding and awareness of the self. Knowledge and truths that you can hold and incorporate into your own life to receive self-awareness, self-actualization, and self-realization. The wisdom and insights flow through my voice. Listen. Thank you for listening. Welcome. Today I want to talk about opportunities. In this world we have been taught to chase opportunities, to chase success, to chase what makes us look good in the external world to others. So others can look at us and go, wow, they're so successful. They have so much money. They have something that I don't. This is what we've been taught. Maybe not in so many words, but by competition, exams. I've got to be the top of the class. I've got to be the best in sport. I've got to be the best, the most beautiful. Competition creates jealousy. It creates ego expansion. It also creates superiority to others. I'm better than you because I've got longer hair, or I've got a better career, or I make more money. So don't even speak to me, because if you don't make enough money, I don't want to know you. Sad to say that happens in real life. People compare themselves with the amount of money that you have in your bank account. And that is true to a point, because if you are wasteful, there is a reason for that too. And it's not so much the amount of money that you have in your bank account, it's the reason behind it. So opportunities are gifts that we receive from the universe. Something that is put in front of us to either teach us a lesson or enhance us in some way or realize something about ourselves. We are also taught not to listen to our soul. We are taught to listen to our ego, and the ego will most of the time mislead you into what glitters the most. You can read about this in the scriptures, in Pistis Sophia, where she was tempted by an opportunity of that glitters, so sparkling that she couldn't help herself. And so she fell from the heavens down to the desire that was bling and not aligned with her purpose. In the story of Pistis Sophia, we are taught by corporations, media, as they work together, to buy what glitters the most. A new phone every year, a new car. Those pair of red shoes look fantastic, don't they? Or that new suit that will impress, even though my credit card will suffer. So if we listen to the ego, we are tempted. We are drawn to what glitters. But what we don't consider, and are usually not taught to consider, if that opportunity, even though it glitters so sparkling, does it actually align to our life purpose, our soul's path in this lifetime? Is it aligned with authenticity, with our true self? Or is it performance so others can portray us as something special because we don't feel special inside? So when you look at it from an alignment side, where do we even start to understand what actually aligns? We have to go back to the ancient astrologers, not to the weekly horoscope in the Daily Telegraph, because they have taken the seriousness of astrology and your soul's path in this lifetime and made it into a joke. And there is a reason for that, because they want to make it into a joke. But it's funny when you understand that the so-called elite, those who thinks they are God, they use both psychics and astrologers to align their implementation of evil on humanity. They follow moon cycles to understand when the human consciousness is at its weakest, where they can infiltrate their evil plan the easiest and affect humanity's energy and vibration at its most effective. So astrology is essential. Astrology is imperative to understand your soul's path, where you came from, what skills you have brought forward in this life. But I'm going to say it. If you still think and are under the belief system that this is your only life, you only have one chance at this, you need to wake up, because that is what they want you to believe. That belief system only exists in the Western world. And if you have the experience to go to a third world country or an Eastern region where the Eastern spirituality still exists, India, the Vedas, Thailand, Buddhism, they understand and have done so for forever that this isn't your only life. So you will bring forth gifts and skills and behaviors from your previous life into this life. And so in your astrology chart, whether you go by the Western or the sidereal charts, two different systems, there is a south node and a north node of the moon. The south node is where you came from your previous life, your behaviors, your skills brought forward, and what you live in your early years in this life. Your north node is where you must travel towards in this life. The path of growth, the path of the unknown. And so the moon shows you where you came from and where you must travel to in this lifetime. So if we look at your birth chart, it tells you what your gifts are, what your skills are, and your dharma, what you must do in this life to reach your potential. Every planet situated in each house in your birth chart asks you for something. They are there for a reason. So your 7 chakras in your body, your energy systems, are the equivalent of the 7 planets. So the planets have huge influence over your body, over your internal systems, and together with your soul, they express themselves in this life through your vessel, the body. And so therefore, we must listen to our body. And so one can say, well, the ego is part of the body. Yes, it is. But the ego has to serve the soul, not the other way around. And this is what we are being taught through life, because the ego chases lust. It chases glitter. It chases success through the ego. It doesn't care if it stomps on others. It doesn't care about others. It is only true to itself, to win at all cost, no matter who stands in your way. Whereas the soul works for the whole. The ego works for you only. It doesn't care about anyone else but yourself. Hence the word egotistical. The soul is here if you listen and allow it to speak. The soul is here to serve the consciousness as a whole. So if you listen to the soul and look at your birth chart and align your choices with your soul's path, then and only then will your actions, your heart, and your mind be aligned to the soul's purpose in this lifetime. This is the only way to true and genuine peace, happiness, and joy. The ego might make you $1 million, and quickly. However, once you get that $1 million, it's never going to be enough, because the ego just wants more and more and more. And so you were forever chasing something that the ego doesn't want to look at. It is only when the ego starts to become quiet and when it starts to serve the soul, then the ego will find its place, its true place as a servant to the soul. And the soul is here to serve the consciousness as a whole, the whole of humanity, the whole of the sea of souls that form consciousness. So going back to opportunities that are presented to you, opportunities has two sides. You can either follow these opportunities through your ego, or you can follow these opportunities from your soul. This opportunity that has arrived in front of you, whether that would be a person or a career or something else, a choice of some sort, and it glitters so lovely, doesn't it? It is so mesmerizing. You just want it. But does it align? Don't be so quick to jump in just because it looks exciting, just because it looks so bling. If I had that, I would impress so many people. That's the ego. The soul would pause and look at this opportunity and go, do you align? I can see that you're glittering so lovely, but I can't be fooled. So I'm going to ask you, do you align with my path? Do you, as an opportunity, have my best interest at heart? Then the soul would pause and observe. Because what happens is that opportunity will speak. He will give feedback, but only if asked the question and paused to observe. So many, me included, I have done this too, hence I have learned from experience. And I have experienced both sides of this glittering coin. An experience of jumping in too quick to later understand that this opportunity was only an opportunity for me to learn something about myself, something that I couldn't see. So yes, in a way it was a good opportunity, but it didn't align. It didn't align with my soul's path. So therefore, I was detoured through the labyrinth of trauma, stress, and experiences that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Sometimes opportunities of the same kind comes forth and show themselves to you. They are the same, but they glitter differently. The thought process of this is not the same opportunity at all, but it is. It's just a different color. Same basic nature, but different. So it is difficult to see the resemblance. And why is such an opportunity put forward again when you have gone through the same and suffered through that opportunity? Why is there another one coming? That's because you didn't learn fully what you needed to learn. So another one of the same will arrive. God, universe, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same. Will put these opportunities of a different color in front of you to say, well, you didn't learn the first time, so we have to do it again and again and again and again until you see what you need to see and to learn what it is about yourself. This is what you need to look at within yourself that you are ignoring. These people that come towards you, that we present to you as friends or partners or work colleagues or whatever they may be, or situations, careers, jobs, whatever is presented to you, they are there to teach you something. And if they are not aligned with your soul's path in this lifetime, brick wall after brick wall after brick wall is going to be put up in front of you to realign you with your soul's path. So you could have spent thousands of dollars on a career to be a lawyer or a dentist or an accountant or something, or an engineer, doesn't matter what it is. When your path, your soul's path, and your birth chart clearly states that you are to become a communicator, an artist, a musician that focuses on 432 hertz music to heal others. So you take a career as a lawyer. Number one, you're never going to be happy. Number two, there's going to be struggles within that career. Opportunities will be presented to you in that career. You take them because they glitter and not because they align. You take a partner as an intimate partner because they're handsome or beautiful. You start to live their life. You start to be manipulated into serving their purpose. When your soul path is to establish boundaries, to establish wealth creation in your own sense, to establish independent self-worth, not to be dimmed by others, but to thrive through authenticity, through strength that comes from within, through self-confidence instead of obeying somebody else. So when an opportunity arises in front of you, don't be so quick because it glitters. Pause. And yes, you can admire the shiny coin in front of you, but then look at the depth. What is that I can actually see? Don't be blinded by the bling. See it for what it actually is. And pause to ask, do you actually align with my path? Because I am confident in myself. I know my self-worth. And I cannot be fooled by your bling and your glitter. So do you actually align? Are you worthy of my choice? Are you worthy to travel with me on my path? That changes things dramatically. So what you need to pay attention to is that, does this glittering coin bring peace to your heart and peace to your mind, peace to your life? Or does it bring confusion, sadness, longing for something, or trauma, anger, or deception? Trust your heart. Don't trust your eyes and what your eyes can initially see. Look deeper. Trust your heart and listen to your soul when opportunities arise, when decisions have to be made. Don't be so quick to give in to pressure and then realize afterwards that what you did was follow somebody else's requirements or needs. Take a minute to be discerning of what aligns with you and not be coerced or forced or manipulated into something that serves somebody else and not yourself. So in the course of your life, look at opportunities in a completely different way, a way that will serve you and serve your soul's path. Choose opportunities that will align, and be careful to understand that not every opportunity that is presented to you and stands in front of you is for you. It is there to test you, to see if you're listening. So choose wisely. Thank you for listening.